Sir, my question is, on which criteria the planets are added or removed from solar system?
Yes, you don't mean physically removed from the solar system, because the planets are still there, but we may not call them planets. We may call them something else, like Pluto, which is called the dwarf planet now. That means it is not a full-fledged planet, but it is smaller in certain respect. That is why we call it dwarf planet. They say dwarf is a person who is not as tall as normal height. So the answer is that as people began to discover more planets around other stars, the International Astronomical Union felt, that is this international organization, it felt that we should define good set of rules which will tell us whether a certain body in the sky is planet or not. And those rules were made, and I will explain one rule to you shortly. And that rule is, those rules decide whether a body is to be part of the other planets around the same star, or whether this body has to be some other name, like dwarf planet or little planet, so on. Now one criterion is the following. Supposing you take the moon and the earth. Moon is the satellite of the earth, right? Now if you take moon here and the earth here and moon is there, and I ask you where is the center of gravity of the two? I hope you know what center of gravity is. Something which, if you take like any object like this, whatever, there is a point at which it will balance exactly. And so that point is something like the center of gravity. Now if you take the earth and this moon, then in between somewhere the center of gravity will lie. Now in the case of the earth, this center of gravity is still inside the earth's size. Okay? And that means that the earth is very powerful compared to the moon in its mass. It has a big mass compared to the moon. Now in the case of this planet what was it? Pluto. Sorry, I can't forget. Pluto, what happens if you take Pluto as a satellite which goes around Pluto? The Pluto and the satellite, if you take the center of gravity, it does not lie in Pluto, but it lies outside. Which means Pluto is not strong enough to compare to the satellite, just as the earth was strong enough compared to the moon. Which means Pluto is not powerful enough. So not powerful enough as an attractor, and therefore you say that it cannot be a planet. That is one way we can do it.